The story of paganism is a journey through the spiritual evolution of humanity, tracing back to the earliest stirrings of belief in forces beyond our understanding. It begins in a world of mystery, where each river, mountain, and forest was alive with spirits, and the cycle of the seasons reflected an eternal cosmic order. Across the ages and continents, people crafted religions and myths, venerating gods and goddesses that personified the powers of nature and the human spirit. Our tale opens in ancient Mesopotamia, around 3000 BCE. Here, in the fertile valleys between the Tigris and Euphrates, people looked up to a complex pantheon of gods, each holding sway over the natural world and human destiny. The gods Anu, Enlil, and Ishtar dominated the heavens, earth, and the underworld, and temples stood as sacred spaces where priests performed rituals and sacrifices to maintain harmony between people and the divine. Not far away, in Egypt, gods with animal heads like Horus and Anubis mirrored nature's life-giving and deathly powers. The Great Pyramids were built to connect the pharaohs with the gods, promising eternal life in a kingdom beyond. As centuries passed, paganism spread across cultures. In the Greek and Roman worlds, gods and goddesses like Zeus, Athena, Jupiter, and Venus ruled from the peaks of Mount Olympus and the celestial realms, each one embodying qualities that humans aspired to or feared. This polytheistic worldview inspired temples, rituals, and myths that are still known to us today. Greek and Roman festivals celebrated the changing of the seasons, the harvest, and the cycles of life and death. People came together to honor the gods, offer sacrifices, and experience the mysteries of life and fate. Meanwhile, in the misty forests and rugged landscapes of Europe, the Celts and Norse peoples developed their own forms of paganism. The Celts honored a variety of deities and spirits in nature, from rivers to groves, and their society was deeply influenced by the cycles of the earth. In Norse mythology, gods like Odin, Thor, and Freya reigned, leading the Vikings into battle, guiding them through life and ushering them into the afterlife. Valhalla, the Hall of Warriors, promised a heroic afterlife, while Midgard symbolized the human world in a cosmic tree that connected all realms. This paganism connected life with nature and the supernatural in powerful ways. Trade routes, conquests, and cultural exchanges allowed paganism to grow and transform. As civilizations met, they often adopted or adapted each other's deities, weaving new stories that reflected their changing world. The Roman Empire, vast and diverse, encountered gods from across its territories, merging traditions and worship practices in a rich tapestry of beliefs. Isis, an Egyptian goddess, became popular in Rome, and temples dedicated to her sprang up across the empire. As Roman and Greek cultures influenced one another, their gods often shared temples and mythologies, creating a fluid, adaptable spiritual culture. In Asia, spiritual paths like Hinduism and Buddhism developed their own forms of paganism that celebrated deities in countless forms and incarnations. These religions were shaped by complex philosophies and rituals that saw the divine in both the natural and supernatural realms, fostering a world of ritual, meditation, and cosmic law. By the 4th century CE, however, the rise of Christianity began to reshape the landscape. The Roman Emperor Constantine embraced Christianity, leading the way for its spread across the empire. Paganism, once thriving, began to fade as Christian rulers replaced temples with churches and reinterpreted or suppressed pagan practices. Pagan festivals like Yule and Samhain were either transformed or merged with Christian holidays. The old gods and goddesses were remembered in folklore and stories, but they no longer held the sway they once did over people's lives. The final chapters of ancient paganism were marked by resistance and adaptation. The Norse were among the last to convert to Christianity, often blending old beliefs with new Christian ones. Local customs survived in folklore, and the Celtic reverence for nature became part of legends about fairies, spirits, and sacred sites. For many centuries, paganism lay dormant, its stories hidden in folklore, its rituals surviving in the rhythms of rural life. But during the Renaissance, curiosity about ancient cultures reawakened interest in Greece, Rome, and Egypt, inspiring artists, thinkers, and mystics to explore these forgotten beliefs. In the 19th and 20th centuries, European Romanticism further fueled this interest, and ancient paganism began to inspire a new spiritual quest in the modern world. By the mid-20th century, neo-paganism was born, a revival movement that sought to honor the old ways. Wicca emerged in England, focusing on nature, the cycles of the moon, and the worship of both male and female deities. Neo-Druidism, heathenry, and other forms of revived paganism began to take shape, drawing on Celtic, Norse, and even Greco-Roman traditions. People found meaning in rituals that honored nature, revered ancient gods, and sought balance with the earth. In today's world, paganism has re-emerged as a recognized spiritual path for millions. Modern pagans celebrate the cycles of the seasons with festivals like Beltane, Samhain, and the solstices. They gather in sacred groves, practice meditation, and find inspiration in the myths and symbols of old. Some pagans are solitary, others join communities, but all share a respect for nature and a desire to connect with the spiritual world in ways that resonate deeply with the rhythms of life itself. The journey of paganism, from ancient Mesopotamian ziggurats to modern celebrations of the solstice, is a testament to humanity's search for meaning in a world of wonders. Today, paganism lives on, a bridge to the past and a beacon for the future, reconnecting us with the sacred and mysterious forces that have inspired humanity since the dawn of time.